Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Hearts of Iron 4 Millennium Dawn with me, Alpha BBA and Iran. So, we left the last episode in a bit of a hurry because things started piling up and I didn't think that we could reasonably, deal with all of them in such a short span of a time as an end of an episode. So let's take it from the top. First of all, we got the Iranian consumers spend less. Believe it or not, this is a terrible event. A recent report highlighted that the hardworking Iranian people are increasingly worried about their future. The pessimism is causing people to save more and overall consumption is down. If this continues, a lot of businesses in Iran will have to downsize or close down. Businesses that may not export Iranian goods are, however, not affected by this. So we have two options here. Transfer some shopping money and hopefully this will go away. Or this will go over. I'm not sure if that is a phrase that I'm not just familiar with, but I think that's a typo. Actually, I think this entire event is bugged because this one will increase our relation with the bazaar by 5 and gives us a 60% chance that nothing happens and 40% chance that we downsize the economy to stable growth from fast growth. The second one is hopefully this will go again over or away, and it gives us 85% chance of stable growth and 15% of stagnation. So it definitely lowers you, it hurts the relationship with bazaar, and is overall just a horrible choice. But I think that this one is supposed to carry an investment, that you need to spend some money on the economy, which is missing here. I think that I recall this even from the Ukrainian playthrough, and I'm not sure what they did to bug this one up like this, but still, I mean, at this point I'm not gonna, hurt everything that we're working for, so let's just transfer some shopping money and hope for the best. I don't know if we save the fast growth or if it's gonna downsize, but we'll see. But, the good news is that with Bazaar we now have an opinion or relationship of 65, which increases stability by 4.5%, increases the construction speed of civilian industry by 4.5%, and lowers the tax cost by addition of 1.5%, meaning we only need 11% of our total economy as a tax cost, and gives us at this point 21 factories. Pretty good. Okay, second thing is that we got 3 dockyards. I want to check if all of our ships are upgraded or not. I think you are not. We have definitely Alvand too. Yep. So you're gonna upgrade. You're a buy under 2. Okay, I think you guys can upgrade. Wait, what? No. Cancel that. And instead upgrade you guys to buy under 2. And Sina class, so we cannot really upgrade you to anything. Okay, so that's fine. What are you like? You're not bad, you got quite a lot of upgrades on you, so that's pretty good. We also, and we haven't talked about this much, but we have these 3 Kilo class submarines, which are originally I think Kilo class is actually a original Soviet submarine, but we cannot really upgrade them into anything. The game is lying to us, telling us that we can upgrade the ship, but I don't think we have a design for any such sub at all. Yeah, we actually don't have anything here. I can design a 1980 attack submarine if I want to. Vertical launching system, land attack missile, or anti-ship. That's actually pretty good. You could have a chance at dealing some major damage against enemy ships. But I don't think we want to build any submarines at this point. We're gonna just finish upgrading our ships, and then we're gonna do as plan that I think I might have mentioned it already, but the IRGC, meaning the Iranian Revolutionary Guards, have a ton of small patrol boats that they use to actually, well, the plan is for them that the Iranian Revolutionary Guards would defend the Persian Gulf by using torpedo boats and small attack craft, which are below the threshold that the game can model. But we're gonna give them the capability of mining up the Persian Gulf and even the Gulf of Oman if it comes down to it, because it's still our coast. And we're gonna use these bigger ships or regular ships as the Blue Water Navy, which is going to be under the command of the regular Navy. So I'm gonna start splitting my units into sort of independent blue water fleets and a green water defensive mine laying fleet. I actually checked on that already, and that's why I think I might have talked about it in previous episode, but I hope I didn't. That we can actually create a pretty decent mine laying ship here, but unfortunately it can have only one mine layer. We cannot put another one there. It is disallowed. But we can instead give them where is it? No, not mine layer. That was... Well, we could either give them the anti-submarine mortar, but there was also... Oh, okay. I thought we had an option here to... was I mistaken? I thought that there was a mine removal... mine removal thingy, but I don't see... Oh, it was the white helipad. Okay, sorry, my apology. I was checking it yesterday. So we can create something like this, which would be a pretty good mine layer. It also has a high sub-detection and a mine-sweeping capability. And we could pair this as an Iranian Revolutionary Guard ship with one or two specific anti-submarine ships. And that could be the defensive fleet that we would have in the Persian Gulf, and create another one for the Gulf of Oman. And the rest of the ships that you see here in the Persian Gulf Task Force could be turned into a blue water navy, together with a full-blown attack helicopter operator and maybe even some destroyers. That would be the first step, and later on we can look maybe at some cruisers, but for us that means to have at least 5 to 10 dockyards to construct a cruiser in a reasonable time. Okay, so that's the thing. And last but not least, we have an agent now in Iraq, which is going to build up a spy network here, giving us some information or more information about what they have. Okay, only 3% is giving us 0.6 intelligence. Okay, so at 100%, you are going to give us roughly 20% bonus. That's really decent. I think we might even boost it down the line if we look a bit more into these, but at this point we don't really have anything that we can dedicate to it. We're working on the IBRC, and after that we can get the Information and Security University, which will give us a second agent, which is going to be sent to Israel, because those are the two biggest... Well, actually, I might, instead of Israel, consider Saudi Arabia, because we hate Israel and it's the state that needs to disappear. Saudi Arabia is the biggest regional opponent for us, and I think we have very little information. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, they got more factories, slightly less military factories, but more civilian industries. And they might even have way more. Well, their economy is in stagnation. At least that's good. But other than that, what about your debt? Okay, they have a really high debt. But oh my god, look at how much they're making in income and expenses. Jesus Christ. They're doing good, guys. They are doing good. So, that's the thing that I wanted to mention as the start of this session. I'm gonna record probably 2 to 4 episodes today, depending on how it's gonna go, and we'll see what we can do. So sorry, this sort of refreshes also for me, so I get back into the train of thought that I had when I was working on this and recording it last time. Oh hey, we can get a new phase of the economic plan. Okay. Extra factory and extra construction speed. For us, that's a blessing. Yeah. Okay, once we finish this, I actually think that we could do something like this. 4 military factories, 4 civilian factories, 2 military factories, and then we're gonna build 1 more office sector. Because the economy is doing sort of good, the GDP is increasing. We need to get 2 trillion as fast as possible, which is why I'm also considering some of the office centers who are very good when it comes to upping GDP, because we really do want yet another research slot. Okay, so the IBRC is finished. I think we might not have read this, have we? The Iranian Biological Resource Center was established in 2008 under the Academic Center for Education, Culture and Research, ACECR, with its main goal being to improve the national researches for collection, preservation and studying of biological resources. To this end, the center will attempt to be the pioneer for the development of life sciences and technology, life quality and preservation of biodiversity. So extra stability, extra political power, and lowered health cost multiplier. Okay, next, the Information and Security University. While we have had Vaja for the longest time, we haven't had a school to train operatives in, relying solely on redacted to find them. However, we could just make a school ourselves and have it so hidden that no one would know it existed. That is actually a pretty good idea, but I want to check if foreign recruitment campaign, ideological struggle, cost 1 billion, we get 2,500 manpower. We use a bit of stability, but gain a bit of war support, and we can increase the popularity of emerging or some other things. I wonder if we'll get a possibility to get more operatives as we're gonna go through. I think I disabled everything that I'm not interested in, so if something new pops up, it's gonna be for us immediately. I think what the ship company would give us: naval ship research speed, surface visibility. Nah, not really. These ones, we're gonna take all of them, but first we really need to make sure that we are actually researching something, otherwise it's just a waste. Once we finish the Information and Security University, we actually wait. This one would give us... well, counterintelligence... Vaja, encryption. I don't think we need that at this point. Though the decryption bonus is pretty significant when it comes to the intelligence, isn't it? Yeah, from decryption. So it might not be bad, but we can wait. And for now, we can go back to... yeah, the political power here is gonna be good. We do need it. Tech board, but then we can get 23.5 billion and a bit of political power, and then there's more civilian industries. Oh, but we wanted this one, didn't we? The Astan Quds Razavi, lower tax costs, increased tax revenue. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna get Lake Urmia next. Then we'll probably get 1 more military factory, revitalize the military. Yeah, we're just gonna alternate between these, and we're also... yeah, okay, we're gonna get this one too, the Royan Research Institute. Because the reason why I want this one is that the tax cost is gonna play more and more role for us, and the recruitable population is also pretty good. And the emerging support... yeah, and here's the lowered corruption, which is what we need. And these are not that long, Jesus. 10 days, only 10 days. Really? Well, okay. So let's speed it up so we can work our way through them. Okay, turns out the fast growth is not hurting, so the only thing that we got was the bazaar, which is pretty good, if you ask me, myself. I'm in favor of that. Here comes the next office sector. What are we gonna do here? Well, once we get have a feeling we might want to invest a bit more into the infantry weapons. We're definitely gonna go next for the Fajr. We're basically doubling the base numbers for our infantry. Yeah, breakthrough up to 4, horn attack up to 4, defense is doubled. The reliability is amazing. Question is whether we want to go all the way to Fateh and stay there. I have a feeling that we might, even though it seems a bit like an issue and a overkill. But that's the reason. While we're building these, we can start investing in them and actually re-equip all of our infantry with this, which is greatly going to strengthen us while we just build up our industry. And when we get the second research slot, it's gonna start upgrading, for example, the tanks or something. We need to take it methodically, because we cannot have everything. Even if we wanted to, we cannot have everything. So what I'm gonna do here next is I'm gonna take... Oh, you take 70 days for one military factory. Yeah, I'm not doing that. That's just way too long. I'm too far here. Yeah, the Lake Urmia next. Lake Urmia is shrinking. It has shrunk over 90% of its prior size, with only 5% of the lake's waters remaining, with the rest being heavily salinated. This will cause the desertification of the region around Urmia and Tabriz and cause general adverse effect to the regional ecology. We must begin a revitalization project to preserve what is left of the lake and perhaps restore it to its former glory. So 20 days, we get 150 political power, principalized popularity changes by 5%, emerging gets extra 5% popularity, and we spend 1.5 billion. We have that, actually, so it's not an issue. And with the 268 political power, what I can do next is we can start influencing Iraq here. It's gonna cost us 50 political power every month, I think it was. Yeah, every 30 days. For 50 political power, we gain 3%. With the Lake Urmia, we have a decent backing up, because it's gonna get cancelled if political power is less than... Oh wait, it's less than minus 100, not 100, but minus 100. Okay. This is sort of a preparation for later phases where we start doing the massive influence campaign, it would be. The sphere of influence. I mean, getting... wait, what was it? Was it 30% or something? If we get the influence high enough, we can try to... Yeah, if we get a decent opinion and then at least 30% influence, we can try to topple their government and replace Sunni with Shia. And it's actually guaranteed, I think, here. Okay. Because there is a possibility here to support the Shiite population and then... Yeah, right now we would have a 14% chance of a successful coup. 29% chance of a civil war. And 56% chance that nothing happens. Okay. So, if we manage to get the influence high enough, it's going to be much easier and much nicer way how to go. Okay, so I think we can repay a bit of debt. We need to keep it down as much as possible. Currently the ratio is at 30%. That is really good. Zayed bin Sultan Al Nahyan condemns Iranian aggression. Recent events have seen Iran dramatically increase its involvement in the Middle East, following a notable increase in regional instability. While Iran has maintained that its activities are defensive and not hostile in nature, not at this point anyway, the United Arab Emirates, among others, have viewed these activities with increasing concern, culminating today in a strongly worded rebuke of Iran's foreign policy by Zayed bin Sultan Al Nahyan. So you are... Yep, you are the leader of the United Arab Emirates. I don't know much about those, to be quite honest. I'll have to check and learn a bit more about how they work. The statement follows a notable decline in Emirati-Iranian relations, with previously lukewarm relations deteriorating into open hostility. It remains to be seen how far this relationship will continue to deteriorate and what the consequences of it will be. Iran has the right to defend its national interest. Of course we do. That is not a question that we can let someone even ask. Okay, this one we don't need at this point. We're doing good as far as budget goes. So let's start with this one. Sea to the Atrak border. During this visit, the development of cooperation between the two countries in the field of politics, diplomacy, trade, economy, fuel, energy, transportation and communication, culture and humanitarian issues will be discussed with Turkmenistan. Okay. So, Greater Khorasan, what is the Artak region? Ashgabat. I don't. Greater Khorasan. Oh, it's Atrak border. Okay, so it's not the region. Okay, cool. That takes only 10 days, to be quite honest. That is pretty easy to do. I think we already finished the. Yep, we finished our office center. We can see that we're crawling back to about 500 million in positive numbers, which is amazing. That is downright amazing. Monthly auto influence report. So we have influenced Iraq. Nice. So our influence there right now is 2.43%. Okay, that's nothing to write home about. But I think if we look at the possible effects here, it was, I think, 19%. We had a 19% chance that we will topple them. So what is the chance now? 16. So did I remember that incorrectly? It's based on our influence, the domestic influence, and emerging out of popularity. Okay, we can get another agent, and Amir Wajani looks great. Seducer, scientist, capture cipher and steal blueprints, and commander. Oh yes, you are someone I really want to have. Okay, so do we send you to Saudi Arabia or to Israel? That's a question. Who is the biggest threat at this point? Well, Israel must be destroyed. I think that Saudi Arabia is the actual bigger opponent for us right now. Yeah, Israel's capacity is good in the military, but they are not capable of really hurting us much. So let's send you to Saudi Arabia. I'm gonna build up your network in Riyadh. I don't know why I said E. I was thinking about Iraq. So what have we learned about you guys? So you got... At 50 we're gonna get map resources. Okay, and here... At 30 we're gonna get the templates list. Okay, we know very little about them, to be quite honest. Okay, so we finished the visit, and now we can get a synthetic fuel refinery, extra production of fuel. Well, slot. Oh my god, look at that public service investment. Tax cost lowered by 5%. Jesus, this tree is amazing. Yeah, we have to finish this. We have to finish it first. Yeah, let's go with the rare metals. Yeah, let's start with the rare metals. That's 7.5 billion. South Khorasan has a lot of potential in the field of mines and mining industries due to its abundance of coal, copper, gold, granite, travertine, bantonite, and other minerals. Many small southeastern Khorasani mines have been stagnant, inactive, or semi-active for various reasons, and a government program for to reactivate these would be a major step for supporting and boosting domestic production. Okay, so I'm gonna get more precious materials production. Turkmenistan accepts, so we get political power. We have an increased opinion on both sides. Okay, good. Wait, that was crazy. What the hell? What did you do? Okay, 48 days to get the Khyber. Okay, we're gonna hit our budget a bit more depth. And considering we are continuing to upgrade our economy, we should be fine. Interestingly, there seems to be no minimum to the tax cost as far as I can see. That's interesting. I would have accepted. Oh! Ah, okay, so we are auto-influencing them, but we can also spend more? We can start giving them aid. Yeah, we are not giving Saddam any aid. You must be joking if you think that's happening. Thinking that we will get more... Yeah, I don't think there was anything better that we could have gone. I mean, aluminum is also good, but getting any precious materials... Those are probably the rarest in the world, I think. The fact that we're gonna get extra is pretty nice. 7 freeway. What was here? Export focus, extra infrastructure, political power, increased opinion, monthly auto influence. Connect more infrastructure, European Union energy agreement. Phase 1 Iran. Negotiate contracts. Phase 2 Caucasus. Synthetic refineries. Gazprom. No, I think we went with the right way. I mean, Iran first is just so much better as a policy. Okay, what's our influence in Iraq now? It should be around 5%, yeah. 4.87. We'll see how it's gonna go. And we get same training mission to Iraq. Well, sure, I don't think that's gonna help us in any way, but it's gonna help them. And while our relations are terrible, we have decided what we need to do with them, and we're gonna follow that plan as far as it takes us. Yeah, we lost that extra factory. Could you give us something else? Factory output, no, that's not worth it. Emerging support, nope. We've done all the good ones. So, rare metals of southern Khorasan are done. And now we can do the Kangiran gas field, which gives us a synthetic refinery and 1 strategic fuel reserve, which I think is... Yep, it's a fuel depot. Increases capacity by 100k, which is actually pretty good. We have 658,000, so it's gonna give us extra 1/6 of our current reserve. The Kangiran gas field is an Iranian natural gas field operated by the National Iranian Oil Company with around 17 trillion cubic feet proven gas reserve, and current production is slated to be around 600 million cubic feet per day. Construction of additional gas wells and processing plants should increase the production nicely. Well, let's do it. But that is for the next episode. So, really good things are happening. We are increasing our economy. We have our spies in place. We are... Well, I wanted to say that we are doing good as far as the budget goes, but it's also... Well, the debt to GDP is 31% now, but the actual weaker balance is still around 400 million. So, as long as we boost the economy, I don't care about how big the debt is if it's reasonable compared to our economy. So, thank you very much for joining me. See you in the next episode.